Hey guys, Ryan Collins here from Online Fitness Leader and Dads Who Lift. I'm here to tell you about the 5 things you need to stop doing now so you can start losing weight. So one of the first things you need to stop doing is stop being sleep deprived. And I know that's a little easier said than done. I have a busy career. I have 2 young kids. Definitely can really hinder that. But people who are sleep deprived tend to have a harder time losing weight and an easier time putting that on. Now, you probably know your metabolism's a little out of whack when you're sleep deprived, but it also comes down to 2 hormones being messed up as well, and that's ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hormone that sends signals to your brain that tells you when to eat, and when you have a lack of sleep, you have more ghrelin. While leptin is the hormone that sends signals to your brain when to stop eating, and when you have a lack of sleep, you have less leptin. So more ghrelin and less leptin equals more weight gain. Also, when you're fatigued, your body searches out calorie-dense foods such as potato chips. That's because sleepy brains associate junk food with reward and pleasure. On average, we need about 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night, and a lot of people say they can function on less, such as 5 hours. But that's been shown that you can even have a dip in your testosterone levels by 15%. So we don't really want that. So to fix this, so you can start losing some weight and even increasing some energy, my recommendation is that you go to bed a half hour every day for a week. And then increase that by another half hour until you get at least your 7 hours of sleep. And just try that out, see if you don't feel better, you're eating less, and you're able to stay on track with healthier nutrition. I also recommend that you avoid any caffeine in the afternoon. Has been shown to keep you up in the lighter stages of sleep, such as when your eyes are trying to close or when you're getting all relaxed. So the best thing to do is what I've always said to my clients is after 2 you're through. So after 2 p.m. you should make sure there's no more caffeine coming into your system. Number 2, not getting enough protein in your diet. If you're coming up short in your protein goal, it probably means you're coming up short in your calorie goal as well. And while we do want a calorie deficit, we don't want too much of one. And what I mean by that is if you're not getting enough protein calories, they're not going to be used to help build muscle mass or maintain it. They're actually going to be used for energy at that point. And our goal is to maintain as much muscle mass while trying to decrease body fat. Constant food cravings and increased hunger pains could be a sign of a protein deficiency as well. What happens is protein helps level off your blood sugar spikes and dips. It actually helps keep it right there at a regular state. So if you're needing a snack after dinner or between meals, it could be a sign that you have a diet that's a little bit high in sugar and carbs and a little low in protein. To fix this, cut back out some of your processed foods. I would recommend you start with half right now and replace them with whole foods. Fruits, veggies, lean proteins. You'll probably notice that you really didn't need that original portion before anyways. You won't really miss it. You also want to aim for about 0.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. That's assuming that you got a pretty decent activity level, that you're hitting the gym about 2 or 3 times a week, exercise pretty consistently. I think you'll be pretty comfortable getting that amount in that case. And you may want to consider a protein powder, something that you can add to supplement with your diet. While you want to get most of your protein sources through food, sometimes you need that little bit extra in there to help you get there. Number 3, you got to stop stressing out. You may have a new career, problems with your relationship. You may have a new kid. All these things are going to be new stresses in your life, but if you let them overtake you, then they are going to affect your results in the gym. Now, you may not have much of an appetite, or you may even be less stressed out, but that chronic stress over time is actually going to cause you to gain weight. And why is that? That's because levels of the stress hormone cortisol builds up over time under chronic levels of stress. And what cortisol does is actually it goes right towards the belly. It actually helps expand that area, and you'll cause you to consistently overeat as well. So you feel like your pants are getting a little tighter and you gotta go buy a new belt, then it's probably an indicator that you're under constant stress. To fix this, once again, it could be you're undersleeping. You may starting to see a trend how these are connected by now. Other things you gotta do is just exercise. You really do gotta get in there into the gym, start reducing some stress. You don't have to overdo it, set a time limit of an hour and just be done. But just get in there consistently a few times a week. And finally, you just gotta relax. Take 15, 20 minutes, whatever time you need, just time for yourself every day. And when I mean relax, that's meditate, pray, read, listen to music, whatever you find time to do to help just kind of calm yourself down. And just go to a place for yourself where you can kind of check out for a little bit mentally and help you just cope with some of these levels of stress. And if you do that on a consistent basis, you'll actually notice the results pretty soon. Number 4, you need to stop exercising and start training. Now, if you're getting into the gym consistently, congratulations. That's one of the main components right here. You have to get in there and do the work. And you probably saw a lot of results there for a while, but if you've reached a plateau, it could be possible that you are kind of in a rut. You may be just hitting the same kind of weights, same kind of exercises, and you're not really going anywhere. And what you need to do is start training for the results you want rather than just doing workouts. For example, having lean muscle mass and keeping it, building it up is crucial, especially for weight loss. But if you're only thing you're doing is like long cardio sessions, like we're talking like 90 minutes a session, marathon sessions I like to call them, that's actually not going to be as beneficial for you. You will actually be creating a more endurance-based body, where we call runner's bod, where it's going to be more geared to storing fat so it can have calories on reserve for when it does those long distance sessions, where you're trying to get more of a lean muscle look with decreased body fat. That's probably not what you want. Now, to fix this, and if you love doing cardio, by all means, please continue doing it. But if you're looking for that leaner, muscular look, and you still need to lose like 15, 20 pounds, then you need to do some kind of combination of cardio and strength training in order to get there. So to do this, try increasing the intensity of your workouts by adding some interval bursts in there, such like a sprint, with the strength training session that's hitting all the major muscle groups. These workouts will be better at targeting the hormones that are responsible for body fat, and will help you keep your metabolism elevated, 1 to 2 days after the session. And finally, not having specific goals with deadlines. And while the other things I previously mentioned are great to start doing now to put into your regular exercise routine, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And what happens is, if you don't have specific goals with deadlines and time to reach them with someone to be accountable to, it's more than likely you'll crash and burn while trying to get there. To fix this, write out exactly what you want, why you want it, and a deadline for you to get it there. And the more specific and personable you are, the better you'll be at maintaining and staying on the plan to get to that goal. So, for instance, you don't want to say, I want to lose 20 pounds. You want to say, I want to lose 20 pounds of fat by July 1st, because that's when I go on vacation to the beach and I want to look shredded in pictures. That's just an example, but that's a more specific goal and one that you can measure and try to reach. So, and from there, you want to try to work backwards each week until that deadline to see what you need to do every week to get you a little bit closer to your dream goal. And there you have it. Those are my 5 tips on what you need to stop doing now and start doing so you can get the weight loss results you want. Now, I know there's a ton more things that you can do to start losing weight, but these are my immediate concerns as a coach that I tell my clients so that they can address, because if you don't really cover these, then you're going to really be swimming uphill, and it will take you a lot longer to get the results you want. Do you have a specific question related to weight loss or losing body fat? Because I would love to hear it and love to see if I could help. So if you do, please just put something in the comments or message below, and I'd love to get back to you and help you out. Thanks and have a wonderful day.